Hi, I'm Katie McGee, and we are here in Denver at Broadcast Studio at GBTA Convention 2025. And joining me right now is Rick Versace Jr., Director of Business Development for A1A Global Ground. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. It's nice to have you here at Broadcast Studio. So why do you think that duty of care has become so important when travel managers consider their ground transportation options?
You know, we joke when talking to travel managers and kind of say that ground transportation is almost the last frontier to be managed in a travel program. A lot of times because it's the smallest item on a budget. But what we've started to realize, and what I think a lot of travel managers have started to realize, that even though the spend isn't as much, the risk is just as much as airlines or hotels, because they're interacting with their ground transportation services almost a lot of times more on a trip than they are with some of the other providers. So it's really come to the forefront over the last 5 or so years, and I think that travel managers are starting to realize that they almost need to manage their ground more so from a risk and a duty of care standpoint than from a pure cost savings standpoint. So, which we put a lot of emphasis on. So it's really helped us to kind of drive that message over the last couple of years.
Really good points. I understand that A1A Global uses the franchise model.
Right.
What strategic advantages does that offer to a travel buyer?
The biggest thing I would say is probably consistency. By us offering franchisees in different markets around the country and around the world, our travelers know that they're going to get the exact same experience on the day of their travel, no matter where they're going, which a lot of other companies do a good job of that using kind of the third-party affiliate model. But the franchise model allows us to give a little bit more emphasis on the consistency from the way the chauffeurs trained, the types of vehicles that we use, but all the way up to the travel program with data and privacy policies and sustainability policies. That all trickles down to our franchisees, just ultimately making the entire ground transportation program consistent across the board. So that's the biggest thing. And then honestly, there's a lot of cost saving opportunities with the franchise model. We don't necessarily have to do the typical markup when sending out to a third-party affiliate, because our whole goal is just making sure our franchisees are successful, which translates into cost savings for our travel managers and their programs.
Excellent. Travelers want high tech and high touch at the same time. How does A1A Global Ground cater to both of those at the same time?
So we have a lot of resources from the tech standpoint, online booking tools. We integrate directly with virtually any GDS and online booking tool. So from a tech standpoint, it's all there, and a lot of our clients do choose to utilize those. But a lot of times the itineraries they have or the travelers that they have require a little bit more hands-on experience. So we also put a very big emphasis on our client success team being proactive about reaching out to our clients and reaching out to their admins and saying, what are the preferences of your CEO when he's traveling? What are some of the things that we could do to make sure that this service is going to ultimately be more than just a ride to and from the airport? So I think the two really work very well together, because they have the tools to book, but they also have our team to communicate with if the need ever arises.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you stopped by, Rick. It's been a pleasure to speak with you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
It was great
you.
meeting you.
And thank you for joining us. I'm Katie McGee. We are here in Denver at the Broadcast Studio at GBTA Convention 2025. Thank you for watching.